Hello, this is the news of Lisa Luciarden. This is an emergency. We have seen what has transpired across the nations. This was a warning for many years now in regards to America with open borders and Europe. I appreciate you taking this message today. I want to show you some work that I've been working on, and I've written in my writings about what's happening and the contraindications of the open borders with the immigrants that are hooked up with the Islamic regime, elite communists, politicians that are communists, those who are secret groups, and immigrants that have disrespect to the nations that they're visiting, and criminals. I appreciate your time. I want to show you some information here. Sanchez, he's brought thousands and thousands, 840,000 immigrants in. And this is terrible. We cannot have this. We have to stop this as soon as possible. We have to make new laws. Sanchez has caused a lot of issues with 840,000 immigrants that he let in Spain, open borders, and they're crossing over to Europe. Think about that. How does that affect us? How does that affect us? These immigrants, many are from, let's find him right here. So you see the picture here. Here it is right here. Sanchez is a disaster for Europe. He has let over 140,000 people from all different nations, many from Latin countries that have the same ideology as Spain, but thousands, over 200,000 or more are from other countries that don't have the work experience or work life, and they're crossing over the borders to other Europe countries, and they're destroying the entire Europe. This is a big issue that we need to come together as soon as possible to understand that that Sanchez has caused a lot of issues with what he's caused of
uncontrolled migration, crime, violence, and irresponsibility in security policy. And yet there are people on the left who call him Europe's moral leader. Excuse me, Pedro Sanchez does not represent anything that is good for Europe. First, you misuse EU recovery funds to patch up pensions and welfare spending. Then you say no to strikes against the Islamic regime of Iran. In other words, you say yes to a terrorist tyranny.
And the thing is that now many political communist leaders are working together with Islamic regime, and Iran also is an Islamic regime, and they did Holocaust of their people, 46,000 dead, and then over 93,000, probably 100,000 now are displaced, and many tortured, and many in controls, and they're losing all their income and monies, Iran, because of they're not making their monies because the oil is being held. So this is very serious. So we talked about Iran, now we talked about Sanchez. Let's continue.
On top of that, you want to regularize 500,000 illegal migrants and endanger the security of the entire Schengen area.
See, and this is what I was saying before, because I wrote it in my book. before to say this is a very serious thing. So we need to work together, United States and Europe, to protect Europe and America, because these are geopolitical powers that we didn't have 20 years ago that are very serious.
Shameful. I feel sorry for Spanish people, and I feel sorry.
And Spain was the greatest, they were in world power at one time. And those beautiful churches, the beautiful beauty that they've had throughout the years. And the Spanish people are taken hostage to their own political leader, Sanchez, that should be ousted out. And they're taken hostage by almost 500,000 immigrants in their nation, that there's not enough work for them in Spain, and also many of them don't have the skills. Most of them don't have the skills, and their Islamic regime. And Spain is mostly a Judeo-Christian nation.
For Europe.
This is very serious. So let's continue. Today is the day of Jesus Christ, United States Sacred Heart is consecrated to Jesus Christ, Sacred Heart. And we are a Judeo-Christian nation. United States, June 11 marks the historic consecration of United States to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And I wanted to tell you that that we, America, we also have a covenant. The first prayer of the Congress of the First Prayer, 1774, that we had an agreement of a covenant with Jesus Christ, that he would take care of our nation if we followed in obedience with him. So we are not only consecrated to Jesus Christ, the Sacred Heart, but we are also have a covenant with Jesus Christ in the new covenant, because he's our Savior. But that is what our nation is based on, and that is what Spain is based on. I want to continue here. See this right here? I want to show you. I've been working on this for years, and I wrote about this, and I'm glad to see this, and I hope it's true. Elon Musk has publicly demanded the release of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. He did not kill Floyd. Floyd had heart drug overdose and heart issues. 15 counts. He had 15 counts. Floyd had 15 counts of crimes against him. And I proved that in my writing. And this is Minneapolis. That's an area where they're Democratic elite communists. And this all relates. We cannot have our countries taken over by the Islamic regime and Democratic elite communists, and those who believe in Sharia law, and those who believe in not putting the police first and our justice first. But Floyd, the coroner said that he died of an overdose, but also of heart fibrillation. And I hope this is true, because I asked Elon Musk, and I wrote a paper, a 15-page paper, you could see it, of the work that I did to try to show that Chauvin did not kill Floyd. And here's another beautiful friend of ours, Saudi Crown Prince, exposes Iran use of Obama funds. And he is upright. Saudi and Dubai, they're upright. They're seeking justice. destroy their nation. And also other actions that didn't. All these information have to show you your shalom, would live, cast consecration to Jesus Christ, the Sacred Heart. And see, the reason why we get along, Saudi, they believe in justice. And when they believe in justice, and when originally we put our countries together, the Western civilization, the immigrants, they believed in justice, and that is the way of God, of Jesus Christ is justice. Jesus said that he was best to the Father, those who believe in Jesus' work. So that's how we got along, and that because he believes in justice. Saudi Crown believes in justice. He also doesn't want the immigrants in his country. The Pakistans are out. Then I want to show you another. Here is this right here. It's the Orthodox priest of the Crusades talks about. The Orthodox priest talks about the Crusades of the Christians in 717 AD, that they wanted to kill all Christians, and they did. And they took their land. Here, I'll show you. This is the Islamic regime.
Orthodox priest speaks on some of the crusades that used to happen. And it got very interesting at the end because he gave some history that many people did not know happened. Check out this clip.
Hamas, one of the three parties involved in the Crusades, having stolen Christian lands all over the most precious areas to us, all over what is today Lebanon, Syria, Israel.
See, Israel, they've been fighting the Muslims with even before in 717 AD. Before, and for 45 years they've been in fights with Hamas to try to take their land. That's Israel's land. But I disagree. I disagree with them killing the Palestinians. That's terrible. I agree with I told her that controls. The Palestinians use them as a human tool, for a military tool, and it's terrible. There's 56 nations that they could have been taken out of and taken to. 56 nations of Muslim nations. The Palestinians could have been taken to those nations. But Hamas uses them as a human shield. It's relative. Let's keep on going.
They took those lands from us without asking. And they give us options, right? You can die, pay the jizya. Pay the jizya. You have to also...
See, this is what they did with the Palestinians. That's what I was trying to tell Duba, that beautiful lady. She's exactly right. There should never be killings of the Palestinians or anybody. She's correct. But they don't give anybody, Hamas doesn't give anybody a negotiation. They're barbaric. They use the Palestinians as a human shield. And they prepared 15 years under Gaza to kill the Israelis and also to kill the Palestinians. And there's 56 nations of Muslims that they didn't take out the Palestinians, and they were asked to take them out. But they don't want to take them out, they said, because they're Islamic regime, the Palestinians themselves. But let's continue.
Obey Sharia. You have to follow the Sharia law.
So you have to follow the Sharia law. And that's what they did, even to the Palestinians, and even that's what they want to try to do to us. In America, in Europe, and they're enslaved. So we talked about the enslaving of Sanchez, enslaves his own people and takes hostages of his own people. He's the modern one, and then we have the Islamic regime of Hamas, and now he's talking about the Muslims, the Orthodox priests, because they killed many Orthodox people, the Muslims, and it's in their history, and they'll never forget. Here, let's continue.
Which means There's no evangelization, or we can't have public processions.
See, look at, they would try to change all our traditions. That's what they're trying to do. We cannot have Sharia law. Sharia law should be excommunicated from everywhere, from Europe and America, and all the protesters need to leave. And just like that lady from Greece said, she's Greek Orthodox. All those that are illegal and that are protesting should leave in a separate place, a separate island, and taken. The Greeks already went through it. They're Orthodox Greeks, okay? They already went through what the Muslims did to them in the past in 717 AD. And this is very, very terrible. And this needs to be really thought about. This is their barbaric history, all the way from the 3rd century. For 1400 years, they enslaved Africans. Are you listening? The Islamic regime, for 1400 years, they've enslaved them and sold them, controlled them, and used them as concubines in business. So this is something that's been going on for years, and now they're trying to do it to our nation. Continue.
We can't go. Christians have never been contained within their church. We worship in the churches, but then we take the gospel message out to the world. We walk out singing Christ is risen. We carry crosses and banners with Jesus glorified. This is how we be controlled by the Muslims. You can't do that. You can't ring bells. You can't go on processions.
See, this is all really important. It may not seem like this is important, but these are our traditions. It makes who we are when we celebrate Easter, the resurrection of Christ, when we ring bells, when we have procession, when we express our love and go out and tell about Jesus. These countries that they're in Europe, Western civilization, are not their country. They need to go back. A lady had an audacity, a girl, not even a lady, a person, that she wants to change the education in UK. And why would she want to change it to fit the Muslim ideas? Go to the 57 countries that she's a part of. Let's continue.
Egypt. They took those lands from us without asking.
So,
they give us Orthodox.
So Egypt, Lebanon, Israel, many areas they've taken, the Muslims, and that's what they're trying to take from us. And that was 717 AD, and then before that, for 1400 years, they enslaved Africans. Okay, let's continue.
Options, right?
So look at, I want to show this. See this? Is this? They said that there was 500,000 killed of Palestinians. Okay, how much longer will you need to justice to come and save the Palestine, Lebanon, Sudan, Syria, and Iraq? This is, I don't know whether this is a true picture, but this is from Candace, and they said that they killed 500,000. And when was that? 500,000 to 1 million innocent women, children, and men. Yet Americans, Israelis continue their free masquerade to steal lands and kill Palestine future. And they should have been taken out in the first place because that is their land, Israel's land. But I disagree. There should have never been a Holocaust. Never should have been a Holocaust. And this is what they're saying, that they do not want Palestinians to be killed. But is that how many that were killed? When was that? When was it? There's other things that say 73,000 were killed. So what are 170,000? So what is the number? Let's continue. So these are all Muslim. These are all Muslim problems that have arisen. And they saying the Israelis killed these people. And this is terrible. And that's why we need to negotiate and not give the monies to bring any more war at all to Israeli and the Palestinians. But in the beginning, Netanyahu was trying to protect all of the world, but all the world, the Western civilization and America from the Islamic regime. Iran made all the money for the oil. And so they were able to get all that money and give money to Hamas. And that's why President Trump had to stop Iran and also Venezuela from using the oil to give to Hamas to keep the war, to kill Western civilization, even though they say that Israeli wants to kill Western civilization. So a lot of these things are backwards, and we have to be very, very careful. And this is Sharia law. Sharia law does not agree with American law. It's completely different. Sharia law is completely different from American law, and it's a barbaric ideas that never developed in Western civilization, only in their country. So Sharia law should never be in our country, ever, ever, ever. And we know reasons why, many reasons, to protect children, protect women, protect fair business, and also to protect people, because they'll kill the people if you go away from the church. They kill them. If you try to go away from Muslim church, they'll kill you, and they'll chop off your hand or arm if you steal. And they beat the women. They beat the women, and they force marriage. There's many other things, and they said in the Quran that they're responsible to kill the infidels. They call them infidels, to kill all those that are non-Muslim, and even the Muslims that want to have freedom. So this is Netanyahu speaking.
Dear citizens of Israel, a year ago we launched a historic preemptive strike against Iran's intention to destroy us with atomic...
See, and Iran works with Hamas. That's where they got their money. Are you with me? And so we need to be very, very careful. And the Democrats under President Biden, Sullivan gave money to Iran, and so did Obama. Those are the monies that were used. And Obama before that. And Netanyahu was just trying to protect his nation, but then it got out of hand terribly, all those killings of Palestinians. But why didn't they take the Palestinians out? This is the thing. And they don't negotiate. Hamas doesn't negotiate in Lebanon, in Iran.
bombs. We thwarted this immediate threat and also eliminated the tyrant coming.
And we have to think, Iran didn't want to make an agreement with the nuclear bomb. This is very serious, and this needs to be a very serious point. You have to understand that has to be done, and that we need to have an agreement. Now here is Ireland in the present.
Truckers in Ireland and France are blocking roads to protest these ridiculous government rules. It is time British truckers did exactly the same. We are the backbone of this country. Share if you support a nationwide blockade.
And this has to be done. They need to give the people their country back. There will be blood, sweat, and tears for the rest of the time. These people as leaders to take care of our country. It's a divine law. It's a divine law. Are you listening? It's a divine law to take care of your country and to take care of your family and your legacy. And this is what I was concerned. This is what I was concerned of, that the people were going to retaliate extremely, and this is what happened in Ireland, in Belfast.
Well, yes, rightly, you shouldn't condone what happened. What else have people got to do? They're not listening. The political class are not listening. These people are coming over here illegally. They're rapists, terrorists. They're coming over here. It's literally like putting a wolf in a sheep field. You have given them a target-rich environment. You haven't vetted them. You've done nothing. All you've done is dump them in a place where they can wreak havoc. Where they come from, guess what? There's no law. If they can do literally whatever they...
See, kind of immigrants, illegal immigrants and immigrants that protest and are violent. They need to be brought back in a space, the Greek leader said, and brought back to their own countries. It's 56, 57, but there's land that they can develop, and they cannot be in these countries. Divine command, divine nature, and divine law. When it naturally goes against, you're going to have problems, because we're under the jurisdiction of the God Most High, Judeo-Christian ethics, and this is a problem. That's why there's tension, and also that there's tension because God does not want to give His land away. That's God's land, and He gave to the people.
They like. They come over here. There's lawyers.
And I want to show you another situation here. These men, there's wealthy men, wealthy men that are Islamic regime. They have much money, and they need to invest and put sanctions on the immigrants that come. 86% come from Islam countries that we take care of in the United States and Europe. In Italy, we need to continue to protect her. Just like the Irish Isaiah Robin, Orthodox priest, speaks of the past Christian. Isaiah Robin is the social media guy, but Orthodox priest speaks of the past Christian crusade, how the Muslims took the Christian lands and stole the Christian lands, and Christians defending themselves. Stolen lands all over what is today Lebanon, Syria, Israel, Egypt. Took those lands from us without asking. They gave us options. You can die, or you also must obey Sharia law. You have to follow Sharia law. There is known evangelist nation cannot have public processions. You cannot go out and express Christianity. Christians have never been contained in their church. And this is what's happened today. This was the 7th century in Constantinople, 717. There was martyrs of the Orthodox Church, and they tried to, and it was saved. They prayed to Mary, and they had Mary save them. And 600 years they didn't have any more wars after that time, after 717. This is very serious. God has seen everything with His sovereign, omniscient eyes. The love that you have given to the immigrants, realizing that these nations, the United States and Europe, gave love and compassion and a home to many immigrants. However, it is a divine command to put no other gods before the God of Abraham. It is a divine command. Do not allow new cultures of pagan culture, ideas from Islamic regime, pagan secret groups, and elite communists such as Sanchez, and any leaders, Steiner, any of the leaders, and we need to protect France also. This is very serious. It's the Islamic regime wants the people to be in slavery. So we talked about all these things, and it's a very Islamic regime. 14 Your country has billions of dollars. Libya, almost 936,000 came over in 2026. They wanted to come over to Europe, and they made $31 billion in 2024 of oil. This is very serious. So we have 1,400 years of slavery of Africans by Islamic peoples, okay? And we have violence of immigrants. We have the radical regime of Islamic regime. We need to come together in truth and reconciliation and come together. These people, the Islamic regime and Muslims are thinking men. We can negotiate and bring these people back to their countries and build new businesses and give the birthright of the land to these immigrants. And that's what McGregor was also saying too. Let them stay in their own country and let's make business for them. Thank you so much. This is Lisa Lucia Arden. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you. And I hope that we will make new laws. When there's new crimes, there has to be new laws. New laws for those immigrants that need a home, that are illegal. Their country has to put sanctions, have sanctions, so we can help empower them to have a home, whether it's back to their country or in America or Europe. Those that are protesting and violence need to be incarcerated, and there cannot be Sharia law, and there cannot be the traditions of Muslims in these Western civilizations. And we need to ask our beautiful Italy, France, Belgium, Finland, Switzerland, all those areas, Ireland, Scotland, we need to save them, and we need to get all those countries cleaned up. If you're giving them social services, give them a paintbrush, give them a scrub brush, and start cleaning those countries up if you're going to keep them there. This is a divine command. We are responsible to take care of our nations. These countries weren't built on filthy barbarism. These countries were built on justice. Thank you so much. God bless you. This is Lisa Lucia Arden.